Hello, Gray Star Seeds. This is going to be a general reading for the month of February. Hopefully January was a good month for you. I'll take it. Okay, I'm going to start out with Hiraeth. I don't even know if I said that. I probably butchered it. I don't think I said that right, but longing for home, homesick for the stars. What I really get from this is I think you're longing for acceptance. I just get this alone feeling, but not necessarily for home, but just acceptance from people or family around you. Maybe even partnership in something. And I think that's this lonely feeling is contributing to the weight of the world. The courageous peony. So, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Maybe you're afraid of expressing your true nature or self to those around you. You feel like you have to be someone else around them. And you shouldn't fear being yourself. I mean, do you have insecurities about yourself, maybe? That you need to just heal? Healing those parts of you so that way you feel comfortable about them, so that you can express yourself around other people freely without having to put on a mask. And I think that's what we're going to be focusing on this month. And by allowing your true nature to come forth, accepting yourself for who you are, and showing other people who you are, you're going to find that friendship and partnership. It's going to lead you towards that direction, and you're going to discover things about yourself that you may have forgotten. You haven't really known who you are for quite a bit of time. But we're going to change that this month. Hades again. And Osiris again. Matriarch. Okay. We have the Prince on top, Mother of Dawn underneath that. So I feel like your feminine and masculine are both out of balance. And that's contributing to this sense of feeling alone and not being able to express yourself for who you are, for what you are. And you should be proud of who and what you are. You shouldn't be hiding it or be afraid of it. So Hades came out, and I think part of the reason that you feel alone is because you've become accustomed to the darkness. You've like adapted to it, I guess. You're so used to like the sun not being there, I guess. And because this came out for the February general reading actually, and I was saying how like, I never really saw Hades as a bad person. He was actually tricked into being the god of the underworld, and the reason he took Persephone is because it was so cold, dark, and lonely. He wanted to bring happiness there. That was why he went up there for her. And you're going to find that happiness in that sun this month. You're going to find leadership within yourself this month. I'm going to read the matriarch one, if I can find it. Unfortunately, they didn't really number anything in this book, so it makes it difficult. But of whispers. Okay. The mad prophet, the madman, known as the keeper of whispers, dwells in a hollow below the valley of saints. Save for his rare moments of lucidity, he spends his days scrawling the full and complete history of mankind in an indecipherable scrawl that no one but he can read, and which he cannot explain even if anyone were willing to listen to his ravings. So, this entanglement that you find yourself in, because I feel like some of you just are trying to find yourself, some of you, I think, are in a certain situation. The only one who can really get you out of this is you. And your starseed family can help, and I think they'll have answers that you need. But I mean, as far as like other people go, I think this is a journey that you'll have to traverse on your own. And I think that's going to be a big portion of finding that leadership within yourself, building yourself back up again from the ground up. The matriarch even in here? Oh, matriarch. I passed by it like 3 times. Okay. A noble queen, the matriarch lived a righteous life, free from sins that would weigh her heart when she came before the scales of Anubis, save one, the memory of which was lost to her. In their hubris, she and her king denied the gods of Duat the worship and fealty that was their right, incurring their wrath even unto death. Given this, she was cast into the desert, where she established the homestead, a refuge for other wanderers, exiles, and lost ones. The matriarch reminds us that while there are some mistakes from which there is no redemption, maintaining a core of self, nobility, and dedication to right behavior will nonetheless provide opportunities. Even if it is not the original plan, there is no sense in falling prey to personal disappointment. Your true value will be seen and understood by others. we have 55 and 25. So we have resistance. If you have drawn this sigil, you are in resistance. You are not admitting that a tug of war is occurring within you, or a tug of war is occurring between yourself and someone else. To understand resistance perfectly, I want you to understand it with enough compassion to resolve it. You will also not be able to arrive at your personal higher truth in any given situation. Sometimes when we become aware of the aspects of us that are in resistance, we find that instead of opposing our true desires, they point to even deeper desires, and that going in the direction we were intent on going was in fact the opposite of what was best for us. Everyone experiences resistance in their lives and in themselves. The people who are massively successful at creating the life they want to live are the people who can resolve the resistance so that their energy is not split and is instead all facing in the same direction and moving towards the same thing. If you have drawn the sigil, the rule of thumb is this: you must directly deal with the resistance first before doing anything else. No action should be taken from a place of resistance. "55. Not seeing the signs. If you've drawn the sigil, you need to be aware that signs are everywhere. In this situation, you are not looking for them, or are ignoring them, or have no awareness of them when they occur. Have you ever experienced a time in your life where every time you looked up at the clock, the time was 5:55? Have you ever had a deja vu? Have you ever heard the same message from a number of people? Have you ever been in the middle of a breakup when suddenly a song comes on the radio, the lyrics of which are an uncanny match to the circumstance and seem to somehow act as a confirmation? Have you ever had recurring experiences or seen the same person over and over again? Have you ever kept breaking or losing the same thing over and over? Have you ever had a strange interaction with animals, an especially significant or repetitive dream, or wondered if a health treatment would be a good idea for you to do and the next day receive a discount or special offer for that very treatment? There are times when we wrongly interpret things in the universe to reinforce our belief in whatever we want to believe. There are times when we use signs to reinforce our superstition because we need to feel a sense of surety, which allows us to feel control over our life in order to prevent pain. You need to be aware of these tendencies within yourself, but the sigil is coming to help you to become aware of the plethora of signs that you are being given at this time. Now is not a time to doubt them. Now is a time to really listen to them and be clear about how to interpret them if their meaning is not immediately obvious. If you have drawn this sigil, know that the universe at large is always giving you guidance, always trying to help you. It is your choice whether or not to recognize and accept that guidance. At this time, when you feel like something is a sign, chances are very high that you should trust it. Some of these signs are red flags warning you, others are white flags showing you the right way to go. Stop believing that things are just a coincidence and find meaning in every word, occurrence, dream, color, animal, number, and synchronicity. The more you pay attention to those signs, the more signs you will benefit. So, Keeper of Whispers. So, deciphering those signs, learning that language, critiquing it so that you can have a smoother communication line between your starseed family and you, your spirit guides and you, your inner self and you. You can even try asking for a specific sign just to practice that connection, that communication, and allow it to come to you. Okay. So you have Tower on top of the deck. King of Wands came out in reverse, so you not that you don't have power. We all have power. You clearly have power. You don't know how to use it. Quite frankly, I don't even know like if you want to use it. You're kind of stuck in that hole. You're stuck in that seat of like, I'm just gonna sit here. You know, that's what I'm getting. And I almost laughed when this card came out because a lot of people symbolize cardinals as loved ones coming to visit them. And he looks angry, so I feel like the situation has caused an imbalance of clarity for some of you. Others of you, you don't like the signs and things that are being sent your way. You're getting what you need and not what you want. Five of Cups came out in reverse. So there's not a lot of direction in your life, and you can gain direction in your life by finding and accepting who it is that you are and remembering who you are and what it is that you want to do, what it is that makes you happy. You don't remember what makes you happy. It's almost like you don't even remember what happy is currently. And this month you need to discover that again. And that's going to aid you in your journey towards happiness and home and having that sanctuary, creating that sanctuary. Hopefully that helped, and hopefully you have a wonderful February.